You are now tuned in to Live on Broadway podcast, the #1 relationship podcast in the world. So spicy.
Clear. Y'all know what we do around these parts, right? Y'all know what today is, don't you? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Mike. Gonna have to turn my hat to the back on this one because we panicking. Gotta turn my hat to the back on this one because we panicking. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast. Welcome back to another episode of Live on Broadway podcast, where the situations matter more than the relationships. Perspectives will be respected by everybody. You heard me? And if this is your first time tapping in, don't be easily threatened or angered because much like everybody tapping in with us, every giant here first started off as a perfect stranger. We asked everybody tap in and get in tune with what we doing on YouTube. Hit that like button. If you're on Clubhouse, scroll to the top, hit that link and hit that like button. Make sure you tap in with us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else podcasts are available. Greetings and salutations to you all. Tonight we're going to have a conversation. It's going to be a frank one. It's going to be an honest one. And more importantly, it's going to be a transparent one. Shout out to everybody. I got the Giants on YouTube tapping in. Make sure you tap in. I'm sorry about that. Make sure you guys tap in and hit that link. And leave your comments and thoughts in the comment section and hit that poll while you're there checking us out on YouTube. What up, though, Balancing? I see everybody in here. We got Angie. We got the gang. We got Sammy. We got Allison, we got the Giants here with us. We got Angie, we got Jarvis. You know, Jarvis fresh off of vacay from triggering us the last time he was around here. But we gonna have a dope conversation. So much so, I don't want to get into nothing but the talking the shits. You heard me? I just want to get into the smoke. Can we do that? Clubhouse, what up though? Can we do that?
Yep.
All right, cool. Let's get it. So tonight I got some videos I'm going to play per usual. And all right, so there's a lot going on in these spaces, a lot of stuff going viral, and I'm going to play some stuff. And, you know, I pose you guys the question in the title of the podcast, right? What came first, the value or the prize? What came first, the value or the prize? There's a lot of people, a lot of men talk about how value men. A lot of women talking about they are the prize, right? And I got some stuff I'm going to play you guys. And if you guys want to hear it and see it the way it's meant to be seen and heard, hit that link that's up top. Hit that YouTube link. We're growing extremely fast. We have 3,000 followers, well over 1.5 million views already. Tap in, new page, new energy, new vibes. I need you guys to support us, show your social currency. If you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to hit that Cash App and drop us a Cash App. Give me some coffee, some tea, some vegan food. You get me? I'm on my vegan shit, my vegan diet. No? Benoit's not here? Okay, cool. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So, what up, though, Lala? Hit the button. I'm going to bring you up, Lala. So, I'm going to play some videos. Go to the link that's pinned up top so you guys can see it the way it's meant to be seen. But the question is, what came first, the value or the prize? The value or the prize? Tap in with us. You now listening to Live on Broadway podcast.
So I notice when a woman of any race make videos, being transparent, understanding her role, accepting her accountabilities, and being equal with our relationship assessments towards men by treating them better, a lot of women jump straight to the comments with the words, pick me. Stop expecting men to call and text you first, pick me. Stop expecting men to treat you like a wife while you treat him like a boyfriend, pick me. Stop being lazy in the bedroom, pick me. Stop expecting him to spend money on you and you're not spending money on him, pick me. He's trying to be what you need, bow down to you, and provide for you, but it's slave mentality when it's your turn to submit to him. Pick me. A lot of men in the comments are agreeing, so why not try and learn and get picked? They also say since some of us not married, our information is not valid. See, that's the problem. Y'all think a piece of paperwork gonna determine if you're a worthy husband or wife.
Wake that up.
I'm gonna give y'all a couple examples. You're not a paper certified chef, but does that mean you don't know how to cook? You're not a paper certified mechanic. Does that mean you can't do brakes or do an oil change?
Woo!
Stop thinking women advice videos are pick me and stop letting a piece of paper set your limits.
So let's just rest right there for a second before I play and get into all the other peaks and valleys of this conversation we're going to have tonight. What up, though, Chocolate Leo? I see you. Hit that comment section so I know it's real on YouTube. So, all right, so the first question I want to pose you guys is, why is it that when women tap in and they agree and they see a certain part of what men are saying, and ladies, trust me, I'm going to play some things and you guys going to want to hear it because I'm pretty sure it would cater to you guys' argument, right? But the first part of the question is why when women tap in and agree with what men are saying and doing, that why are they labeled pick-me's? Tap in with us. Clubhouse, I'm giving it to you guys first. I'll bring Instagram up here second, and tap in with the comments on YouTube third. Tap in with us. What up, though, Shanique, Sammy, Jarvis, Part Father himself. Tap in with us. Don't make me call on you, Allison. Go for it, Queen. Allison, are you by your mic? All right, cool. Kennedy, tap in. Can you hear me?
Most definitely. The reason why a lot of women are being called pick-me's because they're agreeing to what the men are saying is because they want to try to seem as agreeable and as, I would say, bendable or teachable to these people or these men, even if they are loud and wrong and strong. So it just gives a very, I'm willing to conform to anything that the general public is over here saying, even though they don't know these men's real lives. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to kind of take things with a grain of salt, because even though these men are sitting there saying that these are the things that they want, why are they not sliding in these women's DMs and picking them? Which is why they are being called pick-me's. It
Okay,
just sounds it's giving very empty vessel.
So if that same energy reciprocated when the men are saying things and they're saying things and it sounds like they're pandering to women, because when Derek Jackson's and those people was out there sharing a lot of insight and saying this is why your woman isn't doing this or isn't doing that, I didn't hear that narrative of the Derek Jacksons being called pick-me's. But when a woman jumps in the bag and says something that lends towards the bottom line of the man plight, I hear that they're being called pick-mishas, pick-me's, and so forth and so on.
Right. Because the difference between Derek Jacks and these women, Derek Jacks is married, even though, he was cheating and all that. Women were sliding in his DMs and he was sliding in women's DMs and going out on dates and all of that. You see what I'm saying? Because the proof is in the pudding. You feel me? So you can't sit here and say, oh, I'll do this and I'll do your pedicure and I'll mop your floors with a toothbrush with a smile on my face, and I'll make sure that I stay 125 pounds for the rest of my life, even though I give you 8 kids. I'll pay half the bills and I will cook and all of that. But then you're still single. You haven't been on a date for the past 5 years. The proof is in the pudding. That's why you're being called a pick-me, because you're still not getting any results.
Well, all right. So, and shout out to Mr. Let Go. He's in the comment section on YouTube. Shout out to him. He said what he said, and we're gonna get that up there. Tap in with us. He said, "Men, we want pick-me's. Just wake it up." So you can talk all that talk, and you can say all that slang. You can say that, and it sounds good. But if we are the customers and we are buying into the thing, we want the pick-me's. That's who we want. We want the woman that want to be chosen. We don't want the women that don't want to be chosen. Y'all can stay over there. Y'all can stay out there and do what you want to do and be with that forevermore to death do you part. Men, we want the pick-me's. I wake that up. I agree, King. I agree. But tap in with us, We got Sammy in here. We got Podfather. He on the jack. He on the line right now. Shout out to my guy Shans, my guy Dat in here, Shanique. Tap in with us, man. How you guys feel about this? Everybody don't speak. There you go.
I was going to just make a comment about a pick me. You got to be careful with them because usually pick me's are for everybody. They want to be picked, so they're going to conform to whatever behavior gets them chosen. So if you know if man listen, man A over here wants this, she's going to be that. What is you talking
about? That's not true. She don't want to be picked by at least from my POV. I don't think she wants to be picked by everybody. I think she wants to be picked by a certain type of man that's willing to rise to the occasion, that can do certain things. She's not just because she's a pick me doesn't mean she doesn't have standards. What do you guys think?
Why you broadcasting? If you a good woman, you a good woman, but are you the right woman? There's a difference.
And that was my point in saying that, because
y'all want to hold hands, the two of you guys. Y'all want to hold hands?
Absolutely. Why not? We've done it before. But anyway.
If y'all want to hold hands, let me know.
We want to hold hands.
No, but I understand what you, go ahead, Ken.
My phone ain't dry. Neither is my DMs on any of my social networks. And I be talking my shit and I get flued out with no problems. Like, this whole who should pay for the first date and all that. I don't experience any of that because I have my standards and I have absolutely no reason to change my opinions or thoughts about certain things. Either you're going to respect it and we're going to meet in the middle and evolve and build together, or we're not. It's just that simple. But I'm not going to just conform to the whims of any man that wants to be in my face. That's
so let me
why
ask you something.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
So let me ask you something, Kennedy. Do you have a man? Are you currently in a relationship?
I am single for the summer. Single, no move. All
right, Allison, since y'all want to hold hands, do you have a man?
I'm dating happily, yes.
That's a no. Okay, so just waking up with Mr. Let Go said in the comments on YouTube. He said these masculine women who don't want to be picked, can stay single and get a goldfish. I second that notion. If you don't want to be a pick me, stay strong, stay independent, stay stay that shit and be by yourself. But niggas, we want pick me's. I want a woman that's going to pick me. I don't want to just be the man that's just picking the woman. And I think sometimes, hence the reason what came first, right? The value or the prize. We're gonna unpack this tonight. I'm gonna play another video because we're going to unpack what came first, the value or the prize. A lot of women move around these spaces and they identify themselves as the prize. A lot of men move around and identify themselves as the value. I think the women that move around and identify themselves as the prize stay the prize by herself. She stays in the Cracker Jack box. The man that identifies himself to be the value, he stays in the Cracker Jack box, right? But it's when you identify her to be the prize and she identifies you to be the value is where the real unpacking begins. But we're going to get to the bottom of this. Live on Broadway podcast, I'm going to play another video. I want you guys to tap in with us. Instagram, you know how this goes. This is going to freeze for a moment. I'm going to play a video. Go to my YouTube, links in my bio. Broadway the Giant on YouTube. Y'all know the vibes. Check it out.
Okay, ladies, you've been asking me to make a video for the men. I got you. This is the one, all right? This is the one. So y'all want a fine-ass woman, right? Hair done, nails done, skin soft, acne gone, lashes popping, eyebrows pretty. Everything. Smells good, feminine, gentle, calm. You want all that, right? You want total and unlimited access to me whenever you want, however you want. But you don't want to pick a bill. That don't make no sense. And if you can't pick a bill, that's fine. But you don't even you do not need to be messing with a woman like that. You're wasting her time. Go get you a regular girl. Go get you a girl that ain't worried about none of that. Go get you a girl that You know what I'm talking about. But you don't get to mess with a woman like me, who's gonna keep it right regardless, and not pick a bill. That don't make no sense. That's not fair. I'm not about to keep your mental together and, and you not doing nothing for me. Why do you think that it's okay to have total unlimited access to someone like me, but you can't even pick a bill? Make it make sense.
Tap in with us. She said, if I'm single, she said, if you want to be with a woman like me, she said, if I'm going to keep your mental health together, the byproduct of that is you picking the bill, nigga.
Yo, I want to chime in, King.
Peace. Please chime in. I want to hear that. Peace to the God. Tap in with us, dude.
Yo, first of all, what a delusional individual, right? Like, let's be really clear here. Let's be really clear. And you know what? I'm gonna talk my shit, right? Because I know what is what. And any woman that speaks the way she speaks, that has the attitude that she has, that is a woman who is going to have a negative impact on
Wake
your
that
life.
up.
The fact that she says a woman like her, and I'm gonna tell you something.
Yes.
Any man that's on point, any man that's about his mission, let me tell you something, man. We have unlimited access to women. I don't even want to say she's pretty. We have access to some amazing women who don't
Talk about it.
espouse that mindset that she has. The notion that she thinks that, like, when she says like me, it's like, yo, she's delusional. It's millions of beautiful, bad,
Talk
dope
about
ass
it.
women out here, and only a man who is weak would even tolerate that type of rhetoric and would feel some type of way about not being able to have a woman like that. Like, that shit is just pure delusional. So shout out to all the kings being kings. Shout out to all the dope women out there. We're not even going to entertain her rhetoric because her rhetoric is designed for simps.
Wow.
I land. This is Robert Dupree.
Wake that up. He said what he said.
Shit. Broadway, I seen that shit. Did I send that video to the group? I seen that shit.
Yep.
I was appalled. Like, who the fuck do you think you are that you want to talk about what your shit is worth? The problem that I'm having now with women and this conversation is sex is a two-way thing. Last thing I checked, when I was giving out some good sex, they was wanting the shit. They was calling for the shit. Like, so don't act like I'm pressing you for the shit. Like, no, you want what I got to make you feel good. I could go to the bathroom and take care of that. Like, I'm coming to pleasure you. Like, let's wake that up. Women, y'all can get toys and all that, but you can't. It ain't gonna suck itself. Like, let's stop all of this.
Yo, I wish I could bring some of the women that I'm that are in my world into this space, but they're not even on Clubhouse and all of that. But it's some amazing, dope ass, great lovers out there, and yeah. So I'm gonna call it.
So listen, right? Hold. Just give me 1 second, Clubhouse. Shout out to the guys on YouTube, the Giants. I see you guys in the comments. Y'all weighing down heavy. I need you guys to hit that like button on YouTube. Hit that like button. Clubhouse, hit that like button. And we are also joined by Instagram. We got Bambi up here. We got Sin up here, I believe. We tapping in with the Giants. And I want to get it from Instagram. Tap in with us. Instagram, tap in. How you guys feel?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, cool. Respectfully, Sin, we gonna yield to the lady. Ladies first. Tap in with us, Bambi. You heard what the Queen said about if you want a woman like me, you know how they do with their hand shit. If you want a woman like me, you have to pick a bill. How do you feel about that? Do you stand in alignment with it or what?
What do you mean, pick a bill or you got to pay bills?
Yeah, if you want a woman like you, Bambi, figuratively speaking, we ain't gonna make it about you, but it's about you right now. If they want a woman like you, they have to pick a bill, meaning pay one of my bills. Pick one. Just pay one.
No, they gotta pay all. They gotta pay all my bills.
All right, Bambi, we gonna bring you back, Bambi. You talking crazy. When you start talking with a level head, Bambi, we gonna bring you back. Until then, Bambi, you can sit in the goo. Bambi talking. Bambi, we gonna bring you back on live. Bambi talking crazy. Tap in with us, Sincere. I love you, Bambi.
Nah,
Bambi talking
nah,
crazy. Now, what up though? What's happening with you?
everything's good, man. I ain't doing all that, paying all no lady or her bills, you know. But if we just like got a relationship, then I'll take care of the bills, you know. But all the bills that's doing too much. Come on, B. Come on, Bambi. Ladies can't be taking all the change.
You gotta pay all the bills. That means there's a guy for every bill? No. You gotta pay all the bills if you want it to be exclusive.
So what are you doing while he's paying all these bills, Bambi? You throat goat? What are you doing?
Oh.
Like, just let's wake it up. What are you doing while he's paying these bills? Because let's be 100, right? Let's be 100. We can talk about, and I think somehow, some way, you guys let what we tell you go to your head. Let's just wake it all the way up.
You have to, I'm keeping it tight, I'm keeping it right.
Hold on, Bambi. I'm going to wake it all up. You guys, meaning women, let what we tell you guys go to your head. What do I mean by that? Let me delineate. What I mean by that is, part of being a gentleman is identifying and recognizing who you're with, and we may identify you guys as a prize. But just because you're our prize, right, it don't mean that you're that in every other circumstance. I know what your father told you. I know what your mother told you. I know what your aunt and your uncle told you as well. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're exactly that for every man. So what I'm saying is this. I get it. You identify yourself as being the prize, right? But what Kanye said, there's 1,000 yous, there's only one of me. Men, we are visual creatures. We like visual stuff 9 out of 10. So the moment, guess what? My money, the value, right? The value, me serving, protecting, me being a provider, that's always going to be in style. That never gets young. That never gets old. You know what gets old? You know what gets you know what gains bags and their boobs hang down to the knees?
Let's talk about quality
just
vagina.
Saying. I'm just saying.
How common is quality vagina? Like, you know,
there's only three types of vagina.
How common is that? I don't think it's as common as you know what I'm saying?
Bambi, it's like only three types of vagina.
Or quality or quality head.
Most women don't give good head. Most women don't give good head. They believe that they do, but they don't. Niggas be lying to them.
So quality, so those type of quality things, you know, those are special things.
All right,
those are quality things.
Let's let Sincere tap in, and then we're gonna give it to Clubhouse. Read these comments.
It is Broadway. When it comes to a woman that don't.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Clubhouse, please just Clubhouse. Your mic is open. Thank you. Go ahead, Sincere.
Now the only thing is what I want to say to you, Bambi. That don't bring no value to a man when you just bring in like body, just sex. You look for more when it comes to a woman than that. So like the 3 vaginas, that don't mean nothing to me when it comes to a woman. It's can we work as a team and build? That's the type of woman that I'm looking for. That's going to really bring value, not someone that's going to put all the bills on my back and say do everything. I'm gonna leave you right there just for saying I have to do everything. Right there.
I agree with what you're saying, Cynthia. That's not what makes a quality woman, but I have to say it goes a long way.
Okay.
I have to say it goes. I have to be real. I'm not saying like, you know, you have to, you know, be a good person and all those other things, but I know a lot of things, you know, what men find important are those types of things, and they don't let things like that go very well, from my experience.
Okay, so look, this is what we're gonna do, right? Let's throw it back to Clubhouse and see what they talking about. I'm reading these comments, so jump in the comment section of YouTube and leave your vote on the poll that I put up on YouTube. Tap in with us, Clubhouse. How you guys feel?
I
I
feel
feel like
great.
I think Ari
I
got
feel
to the mic right before you did that. We'll go to you
sorry.
next. Go ahead, Ari.
I feel like this conversation is really a clubhouse conversation and not a real life conversation because the numbers of what we know to be facts don't really go with this. Number one, we know that 54% of black households is making under $50,000 a year. That's just a number. That's not just a number that's thrown out there. That's a fact. In order for you to be a high quality man, yeah, you can have loyalty and trust and spirituality and all that other stuff, but you need to make a certain amount of money to call yourself a high value man. We can definitely agree. So now that we got that out the way, right? We know that half of our men is in jail and half of them ain't making that much money. So that means there's only a certain left of high value men, right? So now when we have 50, let's say we have 500 high value men and we have 1,000 women saying that they're going after these 500 high value men. I want to know from these women, what make you think that you deserve a high quality man out of what's left of them? Because if you're not doing anything with your life and you didn't get yourself together, what make you think you deserve one of these men? I'm confused.
So I'm gonna
Like,
need
I don't.
I'm gonna need everybody that was talking about Kennedy was cooking a second ago. Start saying that Ari cooking. What are you
Because I,
doing?
I don't understand it. Like, what make you think? Where's the receipt? You can't just come out of nowhere. You never went to school, didn't do nothing with your life, and feel like you deserve the high quality man. Because let's be honest, a man that's a CEO of a company in a boardroom, these people that saying they want a high value man can't even hold up a conversation with that high value man. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. When you moving in those circles, you have to move a certain way. And I doubt half of these people that be on Clubhouse saying they want a high quality man know how to move in a room like that. So
Make it
what?
make
Where's the
sense.
receipt? Where's the receipts? What make you think that you deserve a high quality man? Because I
This
hear
you
this
can't make
conversation
this
all the
shit up,
time,
people.
and I don't be seeing nothing to
You
back it up.
cannot make
I'm
this shit
sorry.
up.
That's
Okay,
just my opinion.
I want to interject on that. So basically, you're saying that a person would have to go to college to be able to carry a conversation.
No.
No,
I know, okay,
but at least
She
own a
because
didn't say
business,
that.
She
hold
didn't
She
make
say
didn't
some
that.
say
money,
She
that.
get
didn't
some
say that.
bag, do something.
hold on. Wait a minute. I'm just asking a question. That's what you said, right? Because you said that you're not doing anything with your life or even went to school when it's actually been shown on the internet and even in person that these men who say that they are high value men, whether they're CEOs or otherwise, because we see it every day, their wife didn't go to school or
No, I
was
didn't
not
say any.
educated.
I
Wait,
don't
oh,
need to go to
hold
school.
on, babe.
Getting some money, period.
Wait. Hold on, because it sounds like this is going to be a very one-sided conversation, which it can't be that. Because these are the same men that say we don't care about your education, your business, or your money. We didn't bring you
We
here for
don't.
that.
We don't.
So what's
I don't
so
think they care
okay?
about
So
it, but
you
you
can
can't
hold.
want a
Wait.
Birkin bag if you
Okay, so
can't
you
buy
keep
it for yourself.
interrupting me, and hold on,
So
because I'm not getting upset. I'm not tight about it or anything. I'm just trying to have a conversation, but you keep popping off your mic, babe. I'm just saying I
I wasn't
disagree
done
with that
speaking.
portion.
Whoever
I
interjected, that was you.
said that I disagreed with that portion of what you said because you could be self-educated, right? And be able to carry a conversation with CEOs and people who are in that tax bracket and never step on a college campus. So we have to move that aside. It takes a woman of a certain mindset, a certain swag, and a certain seductiveness to her to be able to bag a man like that, which college would never teach you, which is why these women are running lost with their heads cut off, talking about, well, I have 6 degrees and I got a master's and a PhD, but I'm single out here and I'm ready to leave my identity aside just for a man to pick me. So tell me why these people can't find each other. But these are the same men that say we don't care about your money, we don't care about your education. So now that's null and void because Broadway just literally confirmed that these men do not
we don't. So
care
so so
about our money and our education and whatever. So what is it? Do they care or do they not care? Because what it sounds like is being spun as a wave of confusion because everybody that for some reason these men that think that way and these women that are considered pick-me's that's willing to give up their
so
identity and burn it into the cross these people can't find each other. So why they can't find each other?
So hold on, Kennedy. Let me get this
Can I
word.
ask
Hold on.
a-
Let me get this word in.
Can I ask the question? Can I ask the question, Broadway, real quick?
Hold on. Before you ask that question, that's going to lead into other things. I'm going to come right back to you, Sincere. Let me just make this matter of a fact, right? And this is based off of my experience in dealings, right? It's almost like I always say the thing that you're not is the thing you want to be, and the thing that you want to be is the thing that you're not, right? What I mean by that? What I mean by that is right, I've dated on both sides of the spectrum, right? I've dated the regular girl, I've dated the celebrity in the industry girl, right? And what I discovered, I dated the girl that's in the streets, I dated the girl, so I've dated a few different types, right? And what I've discovered is the girls that's in the clubs and that's in the strip clubs and that's out and about, she wants so eagerly to be a regular girl. She don't want all that shit. She don't want all that attention. She don't want these things. And wherever it applies, when I finish, you guys tap in and let me know how you guys feel about this, because this is my observation. And my observation comes from in the field experience, right? The girl that wasn't heavily protected as a child, that had to get out there, get it out the mud, and that comes from piss poor positions, she more often than not is craving to be in a protective situation with a significant other, hence allowing them to be way more loyal than the latter. What's the latter? The girl that was protected, that was raised with both family, that was raised with both parents, that went to a private school, that was educated. She has all these things, these red carpets that was laid out for her. She aspires because she's watching the videos, she's looking at the television, and she like, damn, I want to twerk, I want to be in the clubs too. And she'll be more promiscuous and outside than the girl that's actually in the clubs, and that's actually a stripper, and that's actually doing this, that, and the third because she wasn't protected. So it's almost like the opposite. The girls that were, and I'm not making this a blanket statement saying everyone through and through. I'm just saying in my experience, the women that was heavily protected, heavily educated, heavily this, that, and the third, they end up being more disloyal and outside and promiscuous than the woman that's on the pole that comes from hard and humble beginnings. They end up being the ones that really are the loyal ones, the ones that are yada, 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 because they know what it is to have nothing. So to get something, they hold on to that more. They appreciate that more. They value, they place value, they identify value rather, and not so much as the prize. You get what I'm saying? They identify men as value, and they may see themselves as being the prize, but they don't wear it on their sleeve. But I'm gonna digress. I'm gonna throw it to Sincere. Then I'm gonna open up but hold on, Sincere. If you have a question, I want you to stand in front of what I'm asking first before you ask that question, King, because I want to know how you guys feel about that. That's my observation.
No, what you said, I agree with everything. It's just like in reverse now. How it's like a church girl, right? She used to be like holy, but now it's like she's more out there. Things are in reverse. I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you said too, because for all the reasons that you said, I agree. Because when you go through things and you don't have anything, you know what it is to be without anything, you treasure to have it more. You know that all that fancy stuff that people have, it could be destroyed in a second.
Yeah.
And so you know that what's important is more of the stability and being able to maintain and rebuild things, because things are the glitz and glamour. It only goes with so far. But it's nice to have. But it's when you know the ins and outs of how it's hard to get to those places, you see how lucky you are to have it.
Right. Right. YouTube tapping in the comment section. I want to know how you guys feel about what I just said. I'm going to throw that conversation I just opened up to Clubhouse. How you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify in what I was saying before. I was not talking about strictly people that go to school and get degrees. Whatever you doing to get to your bag is whatever you're doing. All I meant is a high value man wants an asset and not a liability. He doesn't want somebody that he has to constantly spend money on. He doesn't want somebody that's not helping him do nothing. And when I say help, I don't mean giving him money. I mean just being there, doing all the things that you could do to push him to the next level. Like a partnership in general. So I don't want my words to get skewed for
Yeah.
people to think I'm over here and you have to
Can
have
I,
a degree to be successful. I have a degree that is collecting dust that I don't even use, and I own 3 businesses. So that's not what I meant. I wanted to make that clear.
I got you.
Right, but
can I
also
jump
at
Oh,
in
the
whoa,
for
whoa,
same
whoa, whoa, hold
a
on,
time,
question?
Kennedy.
Can I ask
Kennedy,
a
hold
question?
on. Let Dat tap in. I
I want
think
to ask
that.
a question.
Hold on. I got you, King. Dat, was you trying to tap in? I felt like it was another gentleman that was trying to
Yeah,
tap.
yeah, yeah. I'll just keep it simple. One of the just one point I was making off of the last thing you said. All us men know in high school, the freaky chick, the one that was talking about it and all of that, and had the loud mouth about everything she was doing, that was the virgin. We all knew that. The quiet ones was the ones that was fucking, and it's that simple. That didn't change in adulthood. So you're saying like the ones that want to be out there, they're in search of something. So whether it be attention or whatever it may be, they're in search of something. So they put themselves in a position that they think that they need to be in, a perception of themselves they need to put out there to attract a certain amount of attention or a certain type of person or crowd or whatever it is that they want to be around. Yet they don't indulge in any of those acts. And like we said, we all know about the church girls and all that other stuff like that, or the quiet ones. Those was the ones topping you off in the freaking exits in high
Absolutely.
school and stuff like that. So I understand that point that you put out here, but the bottom line is this, man. No real relationship has been built on any of this bullshit. The problem is every female is running off of the same bullshit that they see on the internet or social media. And excuse me, not
Wake it
every
up.
female, 'cause
Wake
I
it
know how to
up.
cut it
Wake it
down.
up.
I'm just talking about the fact that you have a generation of women who are growing up on this bullshit right now, and they're pushing that out there. Like even the young ones that's in their 20s and late 30s, when they started talking like, yo, fuck out of here, suck my dick, all that stuff. I'm like, when was that cool?
Nasty.
When
Nasty.
has that been cool to even utter any of those words as a female? So we've been set back years behind the bullshit that's been going on, and everybody trying to follow suit. Every conversation that we have on here, when it pertains to either men or women, it all boils down to you have the ringleaders, meaning the people that's on social media or these people that's on these love and hip hop shows or whatever that's putting all this bullshit out there that some people think are standards that they need to follow because they see these African millionaires trying to wife them and all this other shit, and that's a problem.
Wow.
But we talking to each other and we're not the problem.
Wow.
And that's a problem right there. We're not the problem. We're old enough to understand these things. We've been on this earth long enough to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
And us sitting here having these conversations about it, we understand. That's a clear direction of understanding that we understand what the problem is. But we go back and forth about these issues that don't pertain to any of us, which is the crazy part.
Wow. Wow.
A
Let's just.
relationship is
Yeah.
based off of two individuals coming together collectively to build something. Okay, to
Yeah.
build something, to build on something. Whether you came in a relationship piss poor and he was a millionaire, just like Ari just now said, you have to be the one to be there for him. You got to support that man, or vice versa. Because nowadays we talk about paying bills and all of this. Listen, life is hard for everybody. Black women have it hard just as well as black men, even though I know black women got it worse. But for the most part, there was since the 90s to the early 2000s, before I told you we started growing up as black men and getting on our shit. Black women been on their shit.
They've been on
It's
their
been a
shit.
lot of professionals out there. So if you ladies had a head start already, these other little bitches is setting y'all back. And I don't use that word often, but this is what it is. Now, now when we look at like the understanding like what a relationship and a partnership means, like we gotta come together to hold each other down. Because just the same way the economy could fuck up and she be fucked up, he could be fucked up too. So you telling me he gotta pay all your bills, he gotta do all this other shit like this. But what happens when he down? What happens when all of that shit is taken from him?
Wake it
Are
up.
you going to be there to be the backbone to be his motivation to go back to go get that? Or are you going to be the support system to pay his bills until he get on his feet? And this is what I don't hear, and that's the problem.
1 second. Just round of applause for that. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Just round of applause for that. I know Sincere want to ask a question. I'm coming to you right now, Sincere. Just bear with me, King. We got Benoit here. We got Angel. I think 21 wanted to tap in, and I think
Yeah, I want to tap into.
I got you. I got you. And shout out to It's the Fluff. We're gonna get to you guys in a second. I promise you guys, just bear with me. I see you, I acknowledge you guys. And shout out to the Instagram Giants tapping in on the live with us right now. 21, you wanted to say something and then somebody else, and then we'll go to Instagram. So tap in, 21.
I just find it funny that the man that started this whole high value conversation was hated when he was alive. You know, now the shit that he started when he was alive that everyone didn't like is being continued, and we're still having this conversation. I just think it's funny to me.
But why wouldn't it be, right? Because a lot of times there's a lot of things that men feel like, but we have those conversations in our inner circles, and we don't really get to have that conversation on mainstream platforms, right? So it's not foreign to me that somebody would create a platform, say something, and then you have those that follow thereafter. But this ain't about me. I think somebody else had tapped in on Clubhouse. That Duprane, was that you?
Yes.
Okay, then we'll go to Instagram.
Thank you. So real quick, the term high value, right, is more or less a term that was used primarily by dating coaches. So when a client comes to them and fills out that application of what they're looking for, they, some people want a blue collar man, some people want this, someone, right? So that term has been used, and once it trickled out to the public sphere, it's been misconstrued ever since. And I think for me, it's about asset and liabilities. Do you have a bad B or do you have a bill? A lot of dudes is with women and they just got a bill. That's a bill. And if you don't pay your bill, on time, you know what happens, right?
Yes.
You mess up your credit, your whatever it is that you're paying for can be taken from you, etc., etc. So high value or high quality man, I mean, the door is open. It's a wide range of things. The bottom line, females and males have to understand what type of value they bring into each other's lives. They have to understand their backgrounds, and they have to align their respective. They have to align their desired outcomes from that relationship and go from there and put in that work. But this notion, because you're attractive and you got pretty hair and nice this and nice that, and you think that some man is supposed to succumb to your beauty and be a freaking puppy and be a simp, that notion right there is a recipe for disaster, and it ends up with women being habitually single. And the next thing you know, when they get older, then all them standards they had when they was younger and popping go out the window, and they do end up with a blue collar guy. All of a sudden, their whole shit changes up. So stop the cap. I land, Robert Duprane.
Wow. Just hit that round of applause. I like when you guys come up here and you guys be cooking. Go ahead, Sincere. I know we got Sincere on Instagram. He wanted to tap in and ask us a question. Peace to the God. Tap in with us, Sincere.
My thing is like the whole notion of high value man. It needs to be erased because it doesn't let every man feel like they even have a shot when it comes to a woman. It's basically like if you average Joe, the women only go on that one status of the man, only one standard. And that's what really messed up dating nowadays. Because when it comes to women and men across the board, I feel like everybody should get a shot. I don't care like what type of job you work. It's about your character and your morals when it comes to the female and the man. And that's what messed it up. You got women going into now dating where they only want to go after high value, only want to go after the man with the biggest bag, but this average Joe right there that still could be a good dude. And that's how I look at it.
Exactly, Sincere. And I think a lot of women, not a lot, but I hear what you're saying, but that's what you got to get with a good woman, because most women want a guy who just makes an honest living and is hardworking. But there are women who just want something, they just want everything handed to them, and they think everything's so easy. But a woman who also goes to work every day and knows the hustle will appreciate a guy who goes to work every day just the same. It's the ones that I think Broadway was talking about, the ones that are kind of maybe a little bit more spoiled, kind of had everything kind of handed to them in life. might just go after a guy who has money because he's gonna kind of.
Well, they're gonna expect to have everything handed to them. I mean, if somebody is raised with everything being handed to them, it's gonna continue to be expected.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, I agree with that. I think it's a is dangerous water to put yourself in. And fact of the matter is listen, man. There's a lot of I want you guys. I'm gonna play something, right? Instagram. This is gonna freeze for a second. Just because it freezes, I'm coming right back in like 30 seconds. If you guys want to hear it the way that it's meant to be heard, go to YouTube, Broadway the Giant, so you guys can see it as it's meant to be heard. You get what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm just a reset. We was having this conversation, and the conversation that we're talking about is young lady. She says, if you want to be with a woman like me, if you want to be with a woman like me, that means you got to pick a bill. Pick a bill. And we're here having a conversation, ultimately deciphering what came first, the value or the prize. Live on Broadway podcast. Tap in. Check it out. When you guys are dating the woman that's asking to be a pick-me, that's asking to pick a bill, this is what you encounter. Jesus. Let me play this again because this is some nasty work. This is some nasty work. Hit that link up top if you want to see what's playing. Wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. So just to be clear, it's a young lady. She got a bald head, and she put on this lace front thing, and she looks amazing in the lace front thing. But you mean to tell me that I'm paying your bills and I gotta worry about that? I gotta see that? That's what I gotta see? That's what I gotta watch. So after your bills get paid, ma'am, after I gotta come home and watch that, I gotta stand in front of that? When I met you, you had all this luscious hair, you had these eyelashes, you look stellar. But now after I pay the bills, that's what I got, that's what I'm stuck with? You can't, man, listen, hey, man, I tell you, and
you can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Hey, listen, I'm going to play something else because it's imperative to the conversation. I just wanted to add that 2 cents in there. Check this out, Live on Broadway podcast. Go to the YouTube link that's pinned up to the top on Clubhouse so you guys can see the way it's meant to be seen. And Instagram, hit Broadway the Giant on YouTube. Tap in with us. Check it out.
There's no high value men out here for real.
Shut up. Shut up. There's no high value man?
No, there are some high value men, but they're not a lot. That's the thing. Women are the prize. That's what the people get.
If high value men are rare, why wouldn't the high value man be the prize?
They're not the prize because what was there?
There's less of them to go around.
The man?
They're more rare.
Yeah, where are they? I've been searching.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would make them a prize. A diamond is a prize because it's rare.
No, the women are the prize because women, they got a. You know what I mean?
See, she thinks she's the prize because she got a. Do you see how delusional they are? Just having a is enough to be a prize. But even if you're the top high value man, a fucking multi-millionaire who could give you everything, make you happy, is still never the prize to these fucking delusional bro. But she's the prize because she got a. At the same time, Howard says she's admitting all she has is a body. Facts, bro. That's all she got. And at the same time, I'm not an object. My personality. She thinks she's the prize because she got a. This is exactly that sums it up.
Now, I want to say something. It's going to be very triggering, so I suggest you scroll if you're triggered. Ladies, the one thing that I've noticed about a lot of you is you guys sit here and downplay men, talk down to men. No man can be high value, but you guys are this big old prize, this big old whatever. That's why men don't respect you, because you do not respect them. And look at how you fucking speak. I will say this. A lot of women part their lips to say what a real man is, what a high value man, and half of you guys don't have dads, don't have real men in your fucking corner, and yet you have a big old mouth about what a man is. Why don't you go figure out what that is first before you come projecting your bullshit on it here? Now I'm going to give you a logical standpoint because you guys can't think for yourselves, and I know you guys like to follow these dumbass trends and follow this I hate men movement. But let's be real here. High value men are a rarity. You know why? Because not everybody can achieve being a high value man. Do you understand that? Just like not everybody can achieve being a six-figure nigga. You see what I'm saying? It's not easily obtainable. So a high value man is a prize. Now I'm not sitting here saying no woman is a prize. You guys are worthless. I would never part my lips to say that everybody has value in some sort of way. But high value men, let's not knock it. Because that's something that's a rarity and something that's not out here. That man's gonna provide for you, take care of you, give you a life you couldn't give yourself. So the fact that you're downplaying these type of men, that's sad. Because if tables were turned and you had to sit there and take care of your man, feed him, clothe him, do everything, and you just sit and watch and look cute, y'all bitches would never be down for some shit like that. So a man doing that for you and taking care of you, come on now. You guys have a privilege a lot of women don't have. And if you get that privilege to get a high value man take care of you, appreciate that shit. Suck that dick, love that man. Because y'all bitches are ungrateful.
We just having a moment of clarity. A lot was said. At some point, I'll play it again. At some point, I'll play it again. But, baby, tap in with us. Clubhouse, how you guys feel as I start this back up on Instagram? Tap in with us. How you guys feel about that?
About the last part?
The whole clip.
The whole thing.
The whole
Okay.
thing.
Well,
The whole thing.
the whole thing. The whole thing has saying. I really, I felt what the last person was saying. I find this to be quite funny. I don't know how. I'm gonna speak for how I was raised. I was raised not to take anything from a man that I was not married to or related to. So I don't. I've never. I pride myself in being able to take care of myself. My father drilled it in my head to be self-sufficient. So this whole thing about pay my bills, do that. I mean, why don't you just say what it is, mama? You a whore. You're whoring yourself out. If you know that, let's just say that. Like, that's what it is. You want to clean it up, you're an escort. You want to, well, I don't care. But if there's an exchange of money for affection or whatever, just call it what it is.
Bingo.
Prostitution, whatever. That's just how I feel.
Okay.
I don't agree with that.
All right. What you talking about? What Angel said or
What
what
you
the
see,
clip
Harry?
is?
Yeah, I agree with that because I
Hold on,
feel like
just hold on. What Angel said or what the clip is referring to?
no, what Angel just said. I do feel like I can only speak on behalf of myself. I can't speak on behalf of all women. Yes, I paid the cost to be the boss. Yes, I am doing for myself. But you damn right if I'm with a man and we going down a road where I'm 40 plus years old, he is supposed to provide as well. Sorry, but I'm not out here for struggle love either. Like, I don't
Oh no,
understand why when a
Hold
black
on,
woman, hold on, can I finish?
hold on.
I don't understand when a
This ain't about what Angel said. This is about the clip. So if you disregard,
okay, well,
okay,
either way, like I'm just not advocating struggle love. And I feel like every time a black woman says that she should get something from being with a man, it's frowned upon. But when a white woman says it, nobody says
what?
anything. Why is that? I don't get that.
White
I don't
women
get
don't even talk like that.
yes,
Right.
they
Like,
do.
all right,
Oh,
all right,
yes,
all
they
right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let's respect the platform. Let's not go back and forth. Cool. That's her point of view. Let that be her point of view. Cool. Let's
okay.
carry
Well,
on.
I don't know what Erie got from what I'm saying. I am totally allergic to struggle love. I fuck struggle love. What I'm saying is that I don't, me for myself. I have an aversion to having to depend on anybody for anything, let alone there being exchange, because I'm a woman. Like, no, mind you, I'm not saying I don't want a man to do for me. Okay, like that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that it's not something that computes in my mind.
Okay.
And when you're saying give I pay my bills and it's an exchange, and we just go back to the prostitution thing for me, not Park.
Okay, so the point of what she was saying was, and Instagram. I want you guys to hear the clip. I don't know if you guys were able to. I'm gonna play it again. Because there's a great deal of what she's saying is there's women that it's one clip, but it's two parts to it, right? Where on one side to it, some lady is saying the women is the prize, right? Because you guys have the vajayjays, right? And on the other side to it, a man is saying, well, no, and she also says that, a man that women are the prize and there's not a lot of men out here that's the value. So he goes on to say, well, wouldn't that be the prize if there's very few men out here that are high value men, right? And then the young lady comes on after. And what she then says is there's a lot of women out here that pretty much disrespect men and don't understand the man plight, that don't understand what it's like to be a man. I'm not going to say it as eloquently as the young lady said it, right? And as descriptive as the young lady said it. However, what I want you guys to do on Instagram, I want you guys to leave this live, right? Go to my bio so I can, or if you can navigate two spaces at one time, fine. But I'm going to play the video, and it's going to be on YouTube because we are streaming live on YouTube right now. So if you go to my bio, Broadway the Giant on YouTube, you'll see the video the way that it's intended to be playing. Because, hold on, let me ask you guys first. Did you guys see the video that I just played? No, right? No. Okay. So I want you guys to have an educated perspective. You get what I mean? So in an effort to do that, I want you guys to simply go to my YouTube, Broadway the Giant on YouTube. I'm gonna play it as you guys set that up. You guys, I'm just gonna let you guys off of this for 1 second, one by one, so you guys can go to my YouTube, Broadway the Giant, and I'm gonna bring you guys right back. I just want you guys to have it informed point of view. Tap in with us live on Broadway Podcast as I play this clip one more time because I want you guys to actually tap in and hear it the way that it's meant to be heard. And sometimes words go so fast that you guys don't really get a chance to hear it. The link's in my bio on Instagram if you guys want to see it. Live on Broadway Podcast. Check it out. I think we could start it let's start it from the beginning.
There's no high value men out here for real.
Shut up.
There's no high value man?
No, there are some high value men, but they're not a lot. That's the thing. Women are the prize. That's what the people get.
If high value men are rare, why wouldn't the high value man be the prize?
They're not the prize because what was there?
There's less of them to go around. They're more rare.
Yeah, where are they? I've been searching.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That would make them a prize. A diamond is a prize because it's rare.
No, the women are the prize because women, they got a, you know what I mean?
See? She thinks she's the prize because she got a. Do you see how delusional they are? Just having a is enough to be a prize. But even if you're the top high value man, a fucking multi-millionaire who could give you everything, make you happy, is still never the prize to these fucking delusional bro. But she's the prize because she got a pussy. At the same time, Howard says she's admitting all she has is a body. Facts, bro. That's all she got. And at the same time, I'm not an object. My personality. She thinks she's the prize because she got a pussy. This is exactly that sums it up.
Hit that like button.
I want to say something. It's going to be very triggering, so I suggest you scroll if you're triggered. Ladies, the one thing that I've noticed about a lot of you is you guys sit here and downplay men, talk down to men. No man can be high value, but you guys are this big old prize, this big old whatever. That's why men don't respect you, because you do not respect them. And look at how you fucking speak. I will say this. A lot of women part their lips to say what a real man is, what a high value man, and half of you guys don't have dads, don't have real men in your fucking corner, and yet you have a big old mouth about what a man is. Why don't you go figure out what that is first before you come projecting your bullshit on it here? Now, I'm going to give you a logical standpoint because you guys can't think for yourselves, and I know you guys like to follow these dumbass trends and follow this I hate men movement. But let's be real here. High value men are a rarity. You know why? Because not everybody can achieve being a high value man. Do you understand that? Just like not everybody can achieve being a 6-figure. You see what I'm saying? It's not easily obtainable. So a high value man is a prize. Now, I'm not sitting here saying no woman is a prize. You guys are worthless. I would never part my lips to say that everybody has value in some sort of way. But high value men, let's not knock it. Because that's something that's a rarity and something that's not out here. That man's going to provide for you, take care of you, give you a life you couldn't give yourself. So the fact that you're downplaying these type of men, that's sad. Because if tables were turned and you had to sit there and take care of your man, feed him, clothe him, do everything, and you just sit and watch and look cute, y'all bitches would never be down for some shit like that. So a man doing that for you and taking care of you, come on now. You guys have a privilege a lot of women don't have. And if you get that privilege to get a high value man take care of you, appreciate that shit. Suck that dick, love that man, because y'all bitches are ungrateful.
Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. We just here having a couple talk. And yeah. So just to be clear on a few things, I'm gonna bring the Giants back up on Instagram as I wait for them to join us back. We just having a conversation, and I guess all roads leads back to this point, right? What came first, the value or the prize? Clubhouse, tap in with us. What came first, the value or the prize? How you guys feel about the clip that was just played? Oh, church mouse.
I'm just sipping tea. I'm sipping tea because at the end of the day, like, you could get your point across without even no, because even the other lady, when she tried to flip the tables about the woman taking care of the man and holding down all the bills and whatever, like, sis, if that's what you want, that's what you want. But what's not fair is for you to invoke your standards and beliefs on another woman that doesn't believe in that. You understand? There is no formula to this. There's not a one size fits all in this situation. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Yeah. However, when it comes to a person that can definitely provide for themselves, like myself, and I look amazing doing it, I'm just not going to accept certain things. Now, what came first, the value or the prize? At the end of the day, throughout history, the man always pursued the woman. So it's, to me, based on history and statistics, it was set up like that for a reason. You know, prize comes first. Sorry, but not sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep a long story less long.
Okay. Shout out to the queen.
Tradition, right? Doesn't that come down to tradition?
Hold on. We couldn't hear you from the beginning, but tap in now, Queen.
Oh, hey. Adika Dio, Minute for Your Mental. I usually tap in on different things, but relationships is a new thing for me, but I'm very well equipped on understanding that.
Your background sounds a little bit. Yeah, tap in. We can hear you. Yeah, now you sound good. You sound good. I heard some other stuff in the background, but go ahead. We can hear you.
There you go. Okay. I fully agree with what she's saying. You know, if I'm able to sustain your mentality, able to sustain and bring the vibe that you've already brought and sustain that, and I'm able to be loyal, I'm going to provide the certain things that you need in your sanctuary. See, that's what I call for a man's household and so forth when you bring me in, a sanctuary. Because it brings peace, it brings loyalty, it brings honesty, it brings love. And not only does it bring that, but it brings a challenge. Because love doesn't come without a challenge. In any relationship, that's the only way you can build. I have to challenge you and you have to challenge me. So if I'm bringing all of that stability for you and your mindset for that to be a whole full table, see, I'm not just bringing the meat. I'm bringing the three sides as well. See, a full course meal to the table has sides, right? You got mashed potatoes. You may have some yams over here. some mac and cheese, you know what I'm saying? According to what that man may want for his size. Now, every woman knows what size her man's like, right? But she's the main meat of that main course. So in order for this meat to be the table, that's the whole meat on that table, then your side courses is my loyalty, my trust, my honest, my substantial. Because at this day and era where we're at, Black women are very financial. In the last year, through the pandemic, African American women were the highest ranking through healthcare that brought money. So we have to say Black women came through 2020 and 2021 through the highest, through healthcare nurses, ER nurses. Let's say we can use caregivers.
Do you feel like that's added value or taking away value?
It adds value because a man is always okay.
The reason why I ask that is because I hear that, and that's fine, right? Get your money, get your coin, get your education.
Right.
We don't care about that though.
Exactly, because that don't take care of you. That take care of the house. What takes care of you?
No, what I'm saying.
What takes care of you? As I would say, what takes care of you is us taking care of your mentality. Because as a Black woman, and I love my Black man. Oh my God, I love my Black man. So that means I understand what you go through before you walk through those doors and when you walk out those doors.
Yes.
Which means I have to take care of your mentality. Because I don't know what happened to you when you went out them doors. But I know what's going to happen to you when you walk in these doors.
Say that.
It's going to be peace. It's going to be tranquility. See, I'm creating a sanctuary.
No. Say that again. I don't know what happened to you when you was out there, but I know what's going to happen to you when you walk in here.
When you walk in here, exactly. So as far as your peace has to be at home for you to be able to handle what go out them doors. In order for me to make sure that you take care of what goes on outside, I have to make sure that you're stable at home first.
So let me ask you this, right? In sum, right? What came first, the value or the prize? The prize or the value? The
prize, absolutely the prize. No man fights for anything if there's no prize first. It's the prize. You know, a man can hear that you make six-figure income. A man can hear you take care of yourself. You take care of your hygiene, your femininity. You know, you're a go-getter. You're spontaneous. You know, a man can hear all that. But if a man can't hear that you can take care of his mentality and substantiate his understanding as a man. See, a lot of women nowadays don't understand that. A man's mentality isn't always set on what a woman thinks. They're logistical. Women are nurturing. Women are more into our feelings. Men only think about how can we take care of them feelings so we can feel good about when we sit down and want to watch football all day.
So here's the thing, right?
It's a lot to that.
So here's where I give you a little resistance, right? I believe the value came first, right? Because without,
you really do?
Absolutely. And here's why. The reason why the value came first is because you can't assess a prize to be a prize without identifying the value of its worth. You get what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm saying the value came first is because if traditionally, if you're not traditional, then hold on. So if you're not traditional, then what I'm saying might not apply to you, right? Piece of cake, you can eat it, you can throw it away. What I'm saying is the value came first because without gold, right? Let's just think about it. Just gold in itself, right? There was a significant amount of value placed on gold before we identified it as being a prize. So nobody before we identified gold to be valuable, nobody was searching for it. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing with women being the prize, right? You guys became the prize after we identified you guys as being, you guys became the prize after the value set in place. Meaning there was Adam, then it was Eve, right? So there was Adam, he was the value, and then it was Eve that was the prize, right? So and then it happens traditionally like that through and through.
Look at me,
I'm sorry, who's that? Is that on your side, Queen? Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I can't hear you. I think you muted yourself. But um, we can't
I
hear.
did mute myself.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
all right.
sorry. I
It's
have
okay.
twins. They're 4 years old. She's a
It's
vampire right now.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry,
no.
yeah.
It's okay. We totally understand it. We love it. We love it. I
Trick
was
or treat, baby. Yeah.
I looked over at Clubhouse. I said, Clubhouse, somebody's off their mic. I said, no, wait, that's coming from over here. No, it's all love. We here for it. We love the babies. But yeah, so my point of reference is, again, I go back to a traditional. I'm a Christian. I'm a Baptist, so I go back to a traditional background. You know, I wasn't always Christian. I wasn't always a Baptist. I came from Nation of Islam. So I'm factored through different wires. You get what I'm saying? So I understand it a little bit differently. But I'm gonna throw it to Clubhouse for a second because I want to hear how they respond to it. What came first, the value or the prize? Clubhouse, tap in with us. Everybody don't speak at one time. Jarvis, tap in. What came first, the value or the prize? Darius,
I'm
all
gonna
right, there you
speak.
go.
I think the prize. When you go into say Sotheby's, you can't go in empty-handed. When something's appraised, you have to have something tangible. You have to have an example of what is being appraised. So therefore, you have to have a prize, right? So when you walk in there, you have to have something in order for the value to be recognized. So that's my stance on it.
All right, and I can receive that, right? But who set the tone for it
Yes.
being a prize? That's what I'm saying.
The value.
Who set the tone for it being the prize? The value. So typically, ladies, you guys say this all the time, and this is why I'm going to say and double down on what I'm saying. The value comes first. You guys often say this is a man's world, right? You guys often say the men built this world, right? You guys often say these things, right? These are men industries, right? So how does the prize come before the value if the value is the man and we're actually going out there to go get the thing and bring it home? Sure, you guys multiply it. Can't take that away from you guys, right? Or even in the analogy of the head and you guys being the neck, so forth and so on. Without the head, how do you, even if the neck is turning, I'm
The
sorry.
neck is the whole support. The head can't turn if you have no
Only in
neck.
the
Right,
For
patriarchy.
hold
sure.
on.
Only in the patriarchy does this even matter. The value is actually with women and not men, because without women we would have no life. So woman is the closest approximation to God on the plane that we live in. It's not men. I mean, I'm not traditional and I'm not Christian, but if we want to be under that, guys, you're right. But the value is actually the woman.
But
Without
how
them,
do
we
you
can't
place
have the things that we have.
how do you put the women as the value if the men
Life, the portal of life,
hold
the
on.
portal of life.
Hold on. Hold on. How do you place I get it. Life, right? I get it, right? But how that women don't view themselves as the value. I'm not saying that they aren't valuable. I'm saying women, you guys view yourselves as the prize. I don't hear women saying,
Well,
well,
I mean, we bring a lot of value because,
I'm not
to
saying
be
y'all
honest,
don't. I'm not saying y'all don't, but I'm just
I
asking
mean,
you.
but we bring the prize. That's the thing. The value has to bring the prize. That's just as much as when you're going to the grocery store and they're telling you there's discounts on a value or anything. You're always going to have a coupon for that discount or that value. And the prize at the end of the day is going home with the best amount of meat or the best amount of prize that gave you the best amount of discount that you worked hard to get. So
I
how is that
disagree.
not a value that you're equal to a prize?
I'm not. Hear me.
I'm
Hear me.
just
Hear me.
saying,
Hold on. Hear me.
you
Hear
work
me.
for the value and the prize that you
Hear me.
get.
Hear
If you
me.
want the value that's $40 and less than a pair of eyelashes, that's what you're gonna get.
Hear me.
But
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. One mic on Broadway. Hear me. Eli, mute up. You guys, you have our babies. You carry your, but the legacy starts with the name. The legacy doesn't start with you guys. What you gonna do, Dougie? What you gonna do, Dougie? Like, I'm just saying, like, you guys take our last name. Y'all marry into our family. That's the value. We don't marry into your family. Excite, tap in. I see Excite. I got Dats in here. I got 21. I want to get it from a bit more men. I see we had Eli tap in a second ago. I want to hear from a little bit more men. We got Shorty in here. I want to hear from a little bit more men. Tap in with us, guys.
How's it going? So,
hold on, Eli.
I wanted to kind of piggyback on.
All right, go ahead. Go for Excite.
I want to piggyback on what Eli was saying. So, we have to understand that a lot of the things that we're looking at historically for, in terms of structure, was created by people that wanted to push a certain narrative about how they thought society should be. Like, before, these things that we talk about now were the systems that we try to keep pushing for now. Humans knew that women were these dolls that were being found all over the world. They were called the Venus of Willendorf. It was these little without a woman, there wouldn't be a human race, and she is the value, because without her, we all wouldn't be here.
Your service is nervous. Hold on, King. Your service is your service is. Hold on, your service is nervous and it's panicking. It's been going like that for a while. But hold on.
And current data to determine how we want our new society to be focused on.
X. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. What I'm saying is this, right? Yes, women bring life into existence, right? If we're not out here X. Thank you, Mott. What I'm saying is because your service is nervous, X. What I'm saying is if we're not out here fighting the wars, if we're not out here protecting and providing for you guys in this man's world, right? How you guys identify it as, then there's no life to be brought. There's no life. There's just rape. It's rape. It's genocide. It's all different types of things without us protecting you guys. You get what I'm saying? So that's where the value comes in at, because if we're not protecting you guys, there's no babies to be had. Everybody, you guys, and I know this is, I don't even get into that because we on YouTube, but you know the worst of it and what it looks like if we're not out here fighting the wars for you guys to actually be able to have a safe haven, to have a place. You guys provide, add value. You guys are the prize after the war is has been fought. But I'm going to digress. I want to get it from Shorty. I want to get it from Dat. And then I'm going to come around for some final thoughts. Shorty, Dat's 21. Can we get it from some men? We've been having the ladies tap in heavily. All right, cool. Ladies, tap in with me. Yeah, go.
You know, the thing about it is, you know, the thing is that the generational curse has changed. And I think that's the thing that makes a lot of women differ from how men may think. So we're becoming more masculine in our thoughts. We're becoming more masculine at thinking about how we have to take care of things in the household, which makes us treat you guys in a different kind of perspective. And
that's after racism, though. I mean,
submissive does not come with that. When submissive comes with that, it comes with a lot of different attributes: loyalty, trust,
but that's after slavery. But that's after slavery. That's not before slavery. But the reason why I'm saying that, the reason why that's important, that's important because it wasn't always like that, right? It wasn't always like that. Once slavery happened, then We taken from the family, and then the Willie lynched. All that comes after the slavery thing, though. But before the slavery, we were there. Before the slavery, we was fighting those wars. Before the slavery, we were the value. I'm just saying. I'm gonna digress. We're gonna open up final thoughts. Tap in with us live on Broadway podcast. We took many peaks and valleys, and I'm gonna go down the room. I'm gonna come back to Instagram in a second, and I'm gonna go down my PTR so we can get final thoughts on the topics and how the conversation went. Allison, I'm coming to you first, Queen. Final thoughts. How you feel, Queen? Collectively, as a collective, add your 2 cents wherever you want to add it. Shout out to my sister Michelle tapping in.
So as far as the value of the prize, everything encompassing, if you want to be a prepaid mistress, then make it count for you.
If you're going to what? Say that again.
If you're going to be a prepaid mistress, make it count for you. Make sure that it works for you.
Got it.
Know your value, know your worth.
Know your value, know your worth. Kennedy. Oh, wait, somebody. Hold on. You got to mute up. You got to mute up. You got to mute up, Eli. I'm coming down the way that it's intended to be, the way it is. Kennedy, what's your final thoughts on the topics that we spoke on as a collective today?
I just personally feel like it's a simultaneous dance. We both need each other. It is what it is. The value and the prop. You understand? Because it's just without it being a conversation and an agreement and alignment, it's going to be chaos like how it is now. You understand what I'm saying?
Say that.
But at the same time, for these people that are going into my DMs, I am not masculine because I am single. I am single because I'm not willing to accept any old clown. And it is what it is. I have my standards, and that's that. Moving on, it's a very delicate balance. You understand what I'm saying? Whether the woman wants to pay all the bills or the man wants to pay all the bills, it is what it is. However, what's for you, sis, is for you. And what's for me is for me. Receiving gifts and giving gifts is one of my love languages. It is
And
what
she
it
is the
is. But when
value
that real
because
king
without
wants to come through and stake his
her,
claim, we're going to be able to do this delicate dance of balance and harmony together. This is Kennedy, and I'm done speaking. And
I
giving
know
gifts
that's
is one of
right.
my love.
I know that's all the way right. Tap in with us. Benoit, can you add any value to any part of the conversation that you've been here for, Queen?
Sure. I would just say when it comes to who came first, the value of the prize, at the end of the day, whatever is appreciated more is when both parties agree that said thing is more valuable. So whether that's the prize or the high value person. Um, I just think that people get very triggered and very emotional when it comes to this topic. And I don't even feel like you need to feel that way. I think that at the end of the day, you just need to deal with whoever's in alignment with your values. So if you want somebody that's going to take care of everything, deal with that. If you want somebody who the two of y'all can go half on it, deal with that. And don't try to sway anybody either way. And I parked it there.
I know that's right. I know that's all the way right.
The fuck? I know that's right, girl.
Tap in with us, T. Marie. Any part of the conversation you want to give final thoughts on?
I just want to say that I don't like how everybody just interchangeably puts high value and rich as if they're the same thing. I feel like different people value different shit. And so you find the person that has the qualities that you value and stop worrying about everything else. That's it.
Got it. That final thoughts, beloved, on any part of the conversation. 21. Tap in with me, King. Final thoughts. Darius.
Yeah, value to me is just it's subjective. That's all. Value is really subjective.
Yeah. I agree with that, and that's going to be part of my final thoughts too about the value. But tap in, Eli. Final thoughts.
So, thank you. I don't disagree with anything that's said. Value is subjective. The one thing that I would just tap on, X Money was saying how colonialism or the patriarchy that's pushed on us by Caucasians is different than the way we would have lived in Africa. I've lived all over the world, and I recognize that value and prize and all that is just more of an American way we look at it.
Oh, he got a phone call. We'll come back to him. Let's give him about.
It's all about
There you go.
just being in alignment with each other. However it works out. Kennedy said it too. Being in alignment, whatever you're looking for, and then Benoit. I'm not saying it right.
Benoit.
Probably. He's a good guy.
Benoit.
Benoit. Benoit was saying the same thing. Whoever you align with is who you deal with, and that cuts out a lot of the argument and a lot of the bullshit that we deal with. But that's all I got to say.
I appreciate that, Eli. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. How do you wait? First off, how do you say your name, beautiful? Because I don't want to mix this up.
Adika Dio.
Adika Dio. Adika Dio, like a O at the end. Adika Dio. Greetings,
Adika
Queen.
Dio.
I love this I love this exchange tonight. You know, there's no malice. You know, we speak passionate, and I love that we can have this dialogue with providing a platform of information. You get what I'm saying? And I'm just happy to have you up here with us today, Queen. Could you share
anytime.
Follow me, because I'm definitely gonna follow you after this. I love the value that you added. Could you help us out by lending your final thoughts?
Minute for your mental. Well, I want to say for any woman or any man, because honestly, right now we can't do traditional, and we can't even be traditional because there's so much going on, and you can't pinpoint things. But one thing I can honestly say is, if you're not honest in your true self, if you're not honest in understanding your mentality and what frequency that you're on, you can't make anybody be on that. You have to know who you are and what frequency you're on to know what even your table is and what kind of size and meat you can have. So some people may be vegan, but figure out what vegan plate you can put on there. If you're not, make sure whatever you're bringing on the table is a whole full feast that we can all have on a Sunday. And that's a minute for your mental. That's a minute for your mental.
Oh man. So my final thoughts is it goes like this, right? I agree. I think value is subjective, right? However, I also believe that the value came first, depending on how you view it, what you view to be the value. You know, I believe that women, you guys perhaps add value. I don't believe you guys are the value. You get what I'm saying? I believe that men, we have ways about ourselves that we can add to being a prize, but we are not the prize. Despite me on previous podcasts, I'm the prize. Fuck all that. No, let me stop. So, all BS aside, though, you know, I think that it's a good conversation, a productive one, a beneficial one to all. You know, I think, you know, when we just got to do better in the spaces of, again, like I stated earlier, men can't view themselves as the value solely, right? Let me say that correct. Men, we got to stop viewing ourselves as the value, and women, you guys got to stop viewing yourselves as the prize. What do I mean by that? Women, you guys need to view men as the value, and men, we need to look at you guys as the prize. Because if I could just be by myself then, for all that, if I'm the value, and I know I'm the value, I know I'm the sugar honey iced tea, then I could just be by myself. You get what I mean? I said this earlier, and I say it again because I think it's worth a second mention. More often than not, the woman that was heavily protected, heavily guarded, heavily, you know, taken care of, and red carpet was rolled out of, she more often than not, and it's not a blanket statement, but more often than not, she ends up being the promiscuous one. Ends up being the one that's chasing the thing that she sees on TV, right? And it's the opposite. The ladies that's actually that's born with nothing, that ends up on the pole, that went to all the public schools, might have been in all the foster kids, kicked out, and you know, all the worst situations. Those be the ones, not a blanket statement, but those be the ones more often than not that identify that knows what it's like to have nothing. So when they get an inkling of something, they want to hold on to it because they see the value in having something. You get what I mean? And that something isn't anything. That something is something that's catered to their worth. You get me? And it's a crazy world that we live in. And this is my observation, predicated off of in-field experience, if you will, right? And I think that the same could be applied for men. You get what I mean? The same could be applied for men. And I think we got to get out of the space of wanting the thing that we are not. Accept who you are. We had a whole conversation earlier with my brother D, right? Accept the thing that you are. Relish in that. Celebrate it. Big it up. And let that be who you are, and let that be why people are attracted to us. You get what I'm saying? We got to stop, wanting to be the rappers, wanted to be the drug dealers. The drug dealers wanted a legal gig like the rappers. It could be applied the same way. Listen, Live on Broadway podcast. Good conversation, dope energy. Shout out to everybody that pulled up with us and shot the shit with us. Y'all know the vibe and how we give it up is always keep it to be yourself. Y'all know my vibe and y'all know my body. Pull.
Clear.
Do you have relationship questions you need answered? With spicy topics? DM us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Have music, products, or an ad you want us to run? Email us at Live on Broadway Podcast. Be sure to tap in. Mondays, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Live on IM_Broadway's Instagram. Clear.